Hi, today I'm going to help you become crystal clear in regards to what stories are going to go in your book. This is probably the biggest problem that I see when clients come to me. Especially when they're a little older, they have a lot of stories and it's hard for them to choose what stories to put in their book. Now, this is specifically for those of you that want to write a book about your testimony, which is a story of how you came to know the Lord. And I am going to help you to become clear so you can take that first step. We use what is called a brainstorm breakthrough formula. And this just really helps people to start thinking about what stories are going to go in their book and the why, right? So, for example, this right here, how many chapters are going to go in your book? So, how many chapters? And by the way, all you have to do is choose a number from 1 to 12. And that's it. So, me, I like number 7. So, and by the way, I like it because it means completion. So whatever number you like, go ahead and choose that and write that down right there. So now that means you have to think about, for example, me, 7 stories for my book. So I have now a goal. So give yourself a goal. So I'm going to choose 7. I'm going to think of 7 stories. Now, what are you passionate about? What I have noticed is when people are passionate about a specific topic, it's because they've either gone through it or they know of somebody that they really love that went through it and they witnessed it. So whatever you are passionate about, go ahead and write that down right here. So some people are passionate about domestic violence because they went through it or they witnessed it. Some people are passionate about drug abuse because they overcame it. Other people are passionate about sexual molestation. So whatever you are passionate about, which means you want to help the people that are going through it, you're going to go ahead and write that down right here. Now you're also going to answer, who is the book for? Example for my book is for women who have been broken by domestic violence, and I want to help them get empowered. So whoever your book is for, that's what you're going to write here. Now, in the very first bubble, I'm going to give you instructions on this area where it says first bubble. Share with the reader a childhood memory pertaining to what your book will focus on. How were you raised? Why did you become passionate about the topic? So for me, I'm passionate about domestic violence because I saw my father, he was abusive with my mother. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down right here. I'm going to put my father was abusive to my mother, and that's how I first experienced domestic violence through, it was more of I experienced my mother go through it. It wasn't personal. Now, the second one, the second bubble is, what story can you share with the reader in which you experienced this or you have someone that experienced what you are passionate about as a teenage or young adult? Again, I'll give myself as an example. I had a boyfriend that was abusive. Okay. And then there's another one where I was abusive. So I can actually put this on bubble number 3 if I want to. But in this brainstorm breakthrough formula, I will give you specific instructions on how to fill these bubbles. And by the way, it's not your whole story. I think this is where a lot of people get stuck because I'm not wanting you to write your whole story. I only want you to write bullet points so that once you're ready to write, you are able to elaborate on what you mean by that bullet point. So again, this is called a brainstorm breakthrough formula, and it helps you to become crystal clear in regards to what you will be writing about in your very first book. So if you want access to this, just go ahead and comment brainstorm breakthrough, and I will send it over to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.